Welcome back, coin lovers. Today we're exploring the top 4 most rare and valuable wheat pennies that every collector dreams of finding. These 4 classic American treasures stand out for their incredible history, stunning design, and hidden value, proving that even the smallest coins can hold massive worth in today's market. First up, the 1945 USA wheat penny without mint mark. Though this coin may appear common at first glance, beneath its worn and dirty surface lies a story of endurance, craftsmanship, and hidden value that continues to excite collectors around the world. Every small detail on this coin, from its design to its minting context, represents a chapter in the history of the United States during a time when the nation was emerging from World War II. The 1945 wheat penny is not just a piece of copper. It's a tangible reminder of a turning point in global and American history. The 1945 wheat penny was produced in the final months of World War II, a period when the U.S. Mint was operating at full capacity to meet the enormous demand for circulating coins. The no mint mark, rarity, signifies that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest and most prestigious mint facility in America. During this time, copper was a critical resource used in war materials, yet the mint continued to strike pennies in bronze, composed mainly of copper with small portions of tin and zinc. This decision makes the 1945 issue particularly special because it represents one of the last true wartime bronze compositions before material changes began in later years. Each 1945 penny, therefore, reflects both industrial resilience and the patriotic commitment of the nation's minting process at a time of recovery and transition. When we look closely at the design, the 1945 wheat penny proudly carries the timeless artistry of Victor David Brenner. On the obverse side, the detailed portrait of President Abraham Lincoln stands strong, representing unity and leadership in a post-war America. Above him reads the motto, "In God We Trust," with liberty placed to his left and the year 1945 engraved just below his shoulder. Turning to the reverse, we find 2 finely curved wheat stalks flanking the bold words 1 cent and United States of America. The Latin phrase E pluribus unum arcs gracefully along the top, translating to out of many, one, a perfect reflection of the unity theme that defined the post-war era. Even in dirty or heavily circulated condition, the wheat ears often retain their distinct lines, a testament to Brenner's precise design and the mint's exceptional striking quality. As for rarity, while millions of 1945 wheat pennies were struck, surviving examples in collectible condition, especially those without corrosion or environmental damage, are far less common today. Many of these coins were lost to time, melted, or heavily worn in circulation. A dirty or aged piece can still possess significant appeal because it carries historical authenticity, showing the passage of decades through its patina and surface texture. What makes certain 1945 no-mint mark coins especially valuable are subtle errors or minting anomalies, such as double dies, weak strikes, or slightly off-center impressions. These imperfections transform a standard coin into a numismatic gem that serious collectors eagerly hunt for. In the world of coin collecting, the 1945 wheat penny stands out not because of extreme scarcity, but because of its powerful combination of historical importance, classic design, and emotional value. Collectors prize it as a cornerstone of the wheat penny series, one of the most iconic runs in U.S. coinage history spanning from 1909 to 1958. The 1945 issue, being part of the final wartime years, symbolizes the resilience of the American economy and people. For many hobbyists, owning this coin means holding a tangible piece of the nation's recovery story. Even in dirty condition, it represents an enduring connection to the past that newer coinage simply can't replicate. In today's market, The value of a 1945 no-mint mark wheat penny can vary greatly depending on its preservation and visual appeal. A coin in average circulated condition might trade for around $700 to $1,200, while higher-grade specimens with sharper details or attractive tunning can command prices between $2,000 and $3,800. Rare mint error versions or uncleaned examples with strong eye appeal can reach even higher figures, sometimes pushing close to $4,500 among passionate collectors and at specialized coin auctions. Despite its humble denomination, this small cent carries the potential to deliver impressive returns for those who understand its nuances and market demand. For collectors looking to acquire a 1945 wheat penny, there are several important tips to keep in mind. First, always focus on the coin's overall condition. Even in dirty form, the sharpness of Lincoln's features and the clarity of wheat lines matter greatly. Look for coins that have natural patina rather than harsh cleaning marks, as untouched surfaces are more desirable. Check for rare varieties or doubling errors under magnification, and if you find one with unusual features, consider professional grading for authentication. Coin shows, online numismatic forums, and estate sales can be great places to discover hidden treasures that others may overlook. Remember, patience and knowledge often pay off handsomely in this hobby. In conclusion, the 1945 USA wheat penny without mint mark is more than just an old piece of copper. It's a story pressed in metal, reflecting an era of resilience, unity, and national pride. Its rich history, timeless design, and the continued enthusiasm of collectors make it one of the most cherished coins from the mid-20th century. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned enthusiast, this penny serves as a reminder that sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest historical weight. And if you thought this coin was special, wait until you see the next one, another rare treasure from America's numismatic past that could be hiding in plain sight. Next up, among the vast collection of American coinage, few pieces capture the imagination of collectors quite like the 1942 USA wheat penny without mint mark. This coin stands as a beautiful reminder of a transitional era in U.S. history, one deeply influenced by the world events of its time. Its modest denomination hides a depth of historical meaning and scarcity that continues to fascinate both casual enthusiasts and professional numismatists alike. The 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, is particularly valued today for its combination of wartime symbolism, traditional bronze composition, and the subtle differences that set it apart from later issues. Its enduring popularity in the collecting world reflects not only its age, but also its connection to a pivotal chapter in American industry and global conflict. The story of the 1942 wheat penny begins during the tense years of World War II, a period when every American resource, including metal, was being redirected toward the war effort. Despite this, the U.S. Mint continued producing bronze cents that year, using a blend of copper, tin, and zinc, the same composition that had defined the Lincoln cent series since 1909. However, the rising demand for wartime materials meant that 1942 marked one of the final full years when copper was widely available for coin production. By 1943, the famous steel cent replaced the bronze version, making the 1942 issue the symbolic last of its traditional kind. Struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint without any identifying mint mark, the coin stands as a quiet testament to America's resilience and the economic sacrifices made during the global conflict. Its production represents a balance between national necessity and the desire to maintain continuity in daily life, even in uncertain times. In terms of artistry and design, the 1942 wheat penny upholds the classic vision of Victor David Brenner, whose original Lincoln cent design had already become a national icon. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's profile is engraved with remarkable precision, symbolizing strength, leadership, and unity in a time of struggle. Above the bust appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," with liberty placed to the left and the year 1942 at the right. On the reverse, two graceful wheat ears frame the bold inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, surrounded by the phrase EPLURIBUSUNUM. The balance between artistic simplicity and symbolic depth gives the 1942 penny a timeless aesthetic appeal. Its reddish-brown tones, especially when well-preserved, display a natural luster that collectors find irresistible. Even small variations in toning or strike quality can dramatically affect desirability and price, making each coin unique in its own subtle way. The rarity of the 1942 wheat penny without mint mark is not solely based on low production numbers. In fact, millions were struck. Instead, its scarcity today is defined by condition and survival. Many of these coins were heavily circulated during the war and post-war years, leading to widespread wear, corrosion, or discoloration. High-grade, uncirculated examples are consequently much harder to find. Coins that escaped extensive handling and retain full detail on Lincoln's hair, cheek, and the wheat lines on the reverse are prized by collectors. Moreover, some unique varieties and minting errors from this year, such as doubled dies or repunched dates, have elevated the 1942 issue into the ranks of highly sought-after rarities. Clean, original surfaces and full red coloration can multiply a coin market worth exponentially compared to average circulated examples. In the modern numismatic market, the 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny holds an impressive value range. Well-preserved examples in uncirculated condition typically sell for around $900 to $1,600, depending on the strength of the strike and color quality. Near-perfect red specimens graded MS67 or higher can command between $2,500 and $4,200, particularly at high-profile auctions where competition among collectors intensifies. Meanwhile, coins exhibiting rare minting anomalies, such as off-center strikes or die cracks, can achieve even higher figures, sometimes approaching $4,800. The strong market demand for this coin is fueled by its transitional status between pre- and post-war materials, along with its emotional resonance as a wartime relic that still feels remarkably current in its symbolism. For collectors, acquiring a 1942 wheat penny of true quality requires a careful eye and an understanding of the coin's subtle traits. One should always inspect the coin's luster and color. Original copper-red tones are far more valuable than dull brown surfaces that have been cleaned or damaged. Certification from trusted grading services like PCGS or NGC adds not only authenticity, but also peace of mind for investment purposes. When searching for this penny, estate auctions, reputable coin dealers, and specialized numismatic shows offer the best opportunities. Collectors should avoid over-polished examples, as improper cleaning can strip the coin of its natural beauty and significantly reduce its market value. For long-term preservation, store the coin in a climate-controlled environment, ideally in an inert plastic holder that prevents oxidation and environmental wear. The appeal of the 1942 wheat penny lies not just in its physical rarity, but in its emotional and historical resonance. It bridges the gap between the early Lincoln wheat sense of the pre-war era and the industrial wartime issues that followed. To own one is to possess a fragment of American perseverance, minted at a time when both the nation and the world were being reshaped. Collectors are drawn to this coin because it embodies both artistry and history, two qualities that define the very heart of numismatics. Its understated elegance, combined with the story it tells of wartime production and national resolve, gives it a timeless value that goes far beyond its face worth of 1 cent. In conclusion, the 1942 USA wheat penny without mint mark represents more than a collectible. It is a narrative of endurance, heritage, and craftsmanship preserved in metal. Its blend of scarcity, design, and historical depth makes it one of the most treasured coins from the early 1940s. As interest in classic American coinage continues to grow, this penny stands as both an investment opportunity and a living piece of the nation's legacy. Whether displayed in a showcase or tucked safely in a collector's album, the 1942 wheat penny remains a symbol of history in your hands. And for those eager to explore even more hidden treasures, the next coin in our series promises to reveal another fascinating chapter in America's numismatic story. Next up, the 1940 USA wheat penny without mint mark. Though it may look like a simple, worn copper coin, this small piece of history carries within it the spirit of a nation on the brink of global change. Even in very dirty or aged condition, the 1940 wheat penny remains one of the most collectible early Lincoln cents due to its history, craftsmanship, and symbolic value. Collectors and historians alike admire this coin not only for its design, but for what it represents: a moment in time when America stood between the Great Depression and the Second World War, holding on to hope, stability, and tradition through even the smallest details of daily life, including its coinage. The year 1940 was a turning point in American history. The economy was recovering from the long shadow of the Great Depression, and tensions in Europe were rising rapidly as World War II intensified overseas. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins that reflected the nation's endurance and identity. The 1940 wheat penny, struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, was part of this legacy. It was minted in enormous numbers to meet the growing demands of a reviving economy, yet only a fraction of these coins survive today in collectible condition. Its bronze composition of copper, tin, and zinc gives it a warm reddish-brown tone that, over time, develops the rich patina collectors recognize instantly. This coin was created during a calm before the storm, a peaceful year just before America would be pulled into the global conflict, making it a nostalgic link to an era of transformation and resilience. The artistry of the 1940 wheat penny remains one of the most beautiful in American coinage. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side proudly displays the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a lasting symbol of unity, strength, and freedom. Above his head, the words "In God We Trust" are boldly engraved, while liberty appears to the left and the year 1940 rests just below Lincoln's shoulder. Despite years of circulation, even a dirty example often retains traces of Brenner's detailed craftsmanship. Lincoln's coat folds, the curve of his jawline, and the delicate curls of his hair. Turning to the reverse side, two elegantly curved wheat stalks frame the inscriptions "1 cent" and "United States of America," with the phrase "EPLURIBUSUNUM" along the top. The wheat design, both humble and symbolic, represents America's agricultural heritage and prosperity. This combination of historical meaning and aesthetic simplicity gives the 1940 wheat penny its lasting charm, even after 8 decades of wear and handling. While millions of 1940 wheat pennies were minted, finding well-preserved examples today, especially those with full details and minimal damage, is becoming increasingly difficult. Many of these coins spent decades in heavy circulation, leaving behind surfaces dulled by time, dirt, and oxidation. Yet, ironically, even those in dirty condition can hold significant collectible appeal because they preserve the authentic feel of age and history. Truly rare specimens are those that have survived with their luster intact or with unique minting characteristics. Occasionally, collectors come across coins with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks from worn minting equipment, all of which can transform an ordinary penny into a highly valuable rarity. The scarcity of uncleaned, original pieces in today's market ensures that every genuine 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny has a story and an individuality that modern coins simply can't replicate. The 1940 wheat penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors because it embodies the transition from the pre-war to wartime era in U.S. numismatics. It represents the final years of the traditional bronze composition before material shortages during World War II changed coinage forever. Within the wheat penny series, the 1940 issue is admired for its clean, consistent strikes and the high quality of the Philadelphia Mint's production that year. Collectors also value it for its balance, not too rare to be unreachable, but not common enough to be overlooked. Its wide appeal spans from beginner coin enthusiasts who find them in old boxes or family collections to expert numismatists who seek pristine examples with full mint brilliance. The emotional connection it provides, linking generations through the tangible history of a single cent, makes it one of the most beloved entries in the wheat penny series. When it comes to current market value, the 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny can surprise many with its worth. A well-preserved example with sharp detail and rich coloration can easily command between $800 and $1,400, while high-grade, uncirculated coins with original red luster have been known to fetch between $2,000 and $3,700 in auctions and private sales. Exceptionally fine pieces with rare minting errors or exceptional eye appeal have reached as high as $4,600, depending on grading and demand. These prices continue to trend upward as older collections are dispersed and new collectors enter the hobby, recognizing the historical and aesthetic significance of early 20th century American coins. Even coins in dirty or heavily circulated condition retain collectible value, especially when kept original and unaltered. A reminder that authenticity often outweighs appearance in numismatics. For those hoping to add a 1940 wheat penny to their collection, patience, knowledge, and careful observation are key. Always inspect the surfaces for natural tunning and avoid coins that show signs of harsh cleaning, which can dramatically reduce their worth. Pay close attention to the wheat lines on the reverse and the details of Lincoln's hair. These areas are critical indicators of wear and strike quality. Certification from grading agencies such as PCGS or NGC not only guarantees authenticity but can also enhance resale value. When searching for this coin, consider reputable dealers, coin shows, or estate auctions, where genuine, uncleaned examples occasionally emerge. Store the coin in a dry, temperature-controlled environment, preferably in a protective holder that prevents oxidation. A clean presentation and proper storage can help preserve its beauty and value for decades to come. In conclusion, the 1940 USA wheat penny without mint mark is far more than a small, worn coin. It is a living piece of American history. Its rich design, wartime proximity, and enduring cultural symbolism make it one of the most captivating pennies ever struck. From its humble beginnings in Philadelphia to its presence in modern coin collections across the world, this coin carries the story of a nation that faced uncertainty with determination and optimism. Whether found in dirty condition or pristine mint state, the 1940 wheat penny remains a cherished treasure for those who appreciate the artistry, legacy, and humanity embedded in every cent. And if you think this coin's story was remarkable, just wait until you see the next one, another extraordinary relic from America's numismatic past that might be hiding in your own pocket change. Next up, the 1939 USA wheat penny without mint mark stands as one of the most admired and historically rich coins among early Lincoln cents. Though small in size and humble in denomination, it holds immense importance in American numismatic history and continues to be a collector's favorite even today. Its appeal lies in the perfect blend of artistry, history, and rarity that surrounds it. This coin, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, captures a moment of stability and transition in American life, the calm before the storm of World War II. Collectors value it not just for its design, but for what it symbolizes: a nation regaining its confidence after the Great Depression while unknowingly approaching another defining era. as part of the Wheat Penny series that ran from 1909 to 1958. The 1939 issue remains a key collectible that embodies America's industrial craftsmanship and economic resilience. When the 1939 Wheat Penny was minted, the world was changing rapidly. The Great Depression had ended, and industries across the United States were rebuilding their strength. The Philadelphia Mint, the nation's oldest minting facility, took on the task of producing the majority of 1-cent coins that year, creating over 316 million pieces. While this number might sound large, time and circulation have thinned their ranks significantly. The 1939 penny was created during an era of optimism. President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs had begun to show progress, and the economy was stabilizing. Yet overseas, the winds of war were gathering force as World War II began in Europe. Against this complex backdrop, the 1939 wheat penny became a small but powerful symbol of continuity and strength in American life. Each coin that survives today offers a tangible link to this remarkable moment in history, when the United States was standing at the edge of both recovery and global change. From an artistic standpoint, the 1939 wheat penny reflects the enduring genius of sculptor Victor David Brenner, who designed the original Lincoln cent 3 decades earlier. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's dignified portrait is rendered with lifelike realism, a design chosen to honor his 100th birthday in 1909. Above Lincoln's head is the nation's spiritual motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty rests to his left and the date 1939 to his right. The reverse features the now iconic pair of wheat stalks arching gracefully around the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, with EPLURIBUS UNUM elegantly curved at the top. This reverse design, representing both agricultural prosperity and national unity, became one of the most beloved motifs in U.S. coinage. Struck in a bronze alloy composed primarily of copper, the 1939 wheat penny has a diameter of 19 millimeters and weighs 3.11 grams. Its reddish-brown tone, when preserved, gives it a warm, almost glowing appearance that continues to attract collectors more than 8 decades later. Though millions of 1939 wheat pennies were minted, finding pristine, high-grade examples today is not easy. Most coins circulated heavily for decades, accumulating wear, dirt, and scratches that reduce their detail and luster. The true rarity lies in condition and preservation rather than sheer production numbers. Uncirculated examples with full red coloration are far scarcer than those with brown or mixed tones, and they command significantly higher prices in the collector market. Additionally, a few rare varieties exist, such as double-die obverses and minor striking anomalies, that elevate certain coins into the ultra-rare category. These varieties are highly prized among advanced collectors for their uniqueness and historical character. The combination of age, limited high-grade survival, and aesthetic appeal makes the 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny a challenging yet rewarding find for any serious numismatist. In the present-day numismatic market, the 1939 wheat penny without mint mark continues to impress with its value and investment potential. Average circulated examples may only carry modest worth, but coins in exceptional grades can be worth a small fortune. Well-preserved red-brown pieces in mint-state condition typically sell for $1,000 to $1,700, while fully red, sharply struck examples graded MS66 or higher can command between $2,400 and $4,300 at auction. Specimens featuring striking errors or proof-like surfaces can exceed these figures, sometimes approaching $4,800 in competitive sales. Over time, the coin's value has steadily appreciated, driven by increasing collector interest in pre-war U.S. coinage and the shrinking supply of original, unaltered pieces. Each year, as more of these coins disappear into private collections, the demand for surviving examples only grows stronger. For collectors eager to add the 1939 wheat penny to their collection, careful study and patience are key. Always start by inspecting the coin's color and luster. Bright red and red-brown tones are indicators of superior preservation. Avoid coins that appear polished or artificially brightened, as cleaning can destroy their natural surface and dramatically reduce their value. Certification by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC adds both trust and market strength, as graded coins carry documented authenticity and quality assurance. Auctions, estate collections, and reputable coin dealers are the best avenues to find genuine examples. It's also wise to familiarize yourself with known die varieties and minting errors specific to 1939, since these often hold higher premium values. For long-term preservation, store your coins in a climate-controlled environment using inert holders or slabs that prevent exposure to air and moisture. What makes the 1939 wheat penny so appealing isn't just its design or age, but its deeper historical context. It serves as a bridge between the economic struggles of the 1930s and the wartime challenges of the 1940s. Its craftsmanship represents an era when coin design was still deeply connected to national pride, symbolism, and artistic integrity. Collectors are drawn to it because it tells a complete story, one that spans economic recovery, industrial innovation, and the evolving identity of America. The coin's simple beauty, combined with its historical gravity, ensures that it remains more than just a collectible. It's a time capsule of a nation's perseverance and hope. In conclusion, the 1939 USA wheat penny without mint mark is a numismatic treasure that holds its value not only in dollars, but in the rich history it represents. Its elegant design, limited high-grade survival, and strong market performance make it one of the standout issues in the wheat penny series. For new collectors, it offers an accessible entry into early 20th century U.S. coinage, while seasoned numismatists recognize it as a cornerstone piece of any serious collection. Its continued appreciation in both sentimental and monetary value ensures that it will remain a sought-after classic for generations to come. And as we close the chapter on this remarkable penny, stay tuned. Our next coin discovery promises to unveil yet another hidden gem from America's fascinating numismatic past.